Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is a Montazar from the Chicago camp, coming back at you again with another lesson entitled EEO Policies and Communication Workshops are to teach Esau how to behave. So just recently, I had to sit in a workshop for communication, and as I was sitting there, it was very, very clear to me that all of these policies and workshops and all of that is just to keep Esau in check, because um, all these things go against his very nature. All right, so you got the global elites and you got the slaves. We're the slaves. All right, we're in this man's society, and the so-called white man is the management force. Okay, that's why you see, Esau Edom in power, because the Lord gave him that power. Okay, and so these EEO policies and workshops to teach Esau is to teach him how to act. It's a type of checks and balances. Okay, so, for instance, you have the EEO policies, created to prevent discrimination. Because if Esau, without any checks and balances, Esau will do any damn thing. Okay, he'll fire you for whatever reason. Um, he's that type where, you upset his vanity, oh, he got that payback ready for you. Okay, so one of the buzzwords that you hear so much in this man's uh, businesses, all right, is transparency. Why do you think they come up with words like transparency? Okay, because they full of shit, right? They know ain't no transparency with them, so they have to coach transparency. They have to coach, these things. But 2 Samuel 23:3 says, the Most High Power of Israel said, the Rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of the Most High. Okay? Job 9:24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right? So the wicked are the ones that's ruling the earth right now. Okay? So not a just man. Okay, Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay. 29:7 says, the righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. Perfect example. That's why you have these checks and balances. Because if you let Esau have his way, okay, without checks and balances. I mean, everybody got a story about the wicked, okay? All right, the so called white man, Esau Edom, is the middle management of the elite, all right? So I was just in a workshop. In this workshop, it was just, wow, it was just like, I can't believe that they sit here to learn this stuff. They're being reminded how to be kind and how to be transparent and how to be clear, all right, with their communication, and how to be accountable, all right, with their communication. Um, Salakia, let me fix this. Mhm. There we go. So they're in class and spend all day doing things that we do naturally. Doing things that we do naturally, okay? Being kind, being courteous, So they have to be taught these things. All right, this is Sirach 14:5. All right, talking about being kind. 14 and 5, it says, He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. The envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face, and despiseth men. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. All right, so Esau Edom definitely, he's not happy, or he can't be happy with what he has. He has to have his. He's got to have your promotion. He's got, I've seen it a million times where you can have uh, a so-called white man and a so-called black man working side by side for years, and there's no issues, no problems. When the white man gets elevated over the black man, everything is right in the world. Meanwhile, the so-called black man is in school at nights. He ain't said nothing. He getting his little degree. Next thing you know, he gets promoted over the white man. That white man will leave that job. And if he don't leave that job, he'll undermine him the whole way. Okay? All right. Be transparent. That was another bullet point. This is Sirach 12 and 10. Okay? Because Esau can't be transparent. It says, Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rusts have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but he will find opportunity. But if he find opportunity, Salakia, he will not be satisfied with blood. All right? And we know that from Ezekiel the 35th chapter. Okay? Since thou not hated blood. All right? Verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. See? He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right? I've seen these devils firsthand, okay, undermine and try to sow discourse. All right? I mean, they will literally put words in your mouth. All right, I've had that happen. They literally put words in your mouth that you never said and say you said them. All right, and try to turn people against each other, especially two so-called brothers against each other. I've experienced it. All right, another bullet point. Okay, being clear with your communication. All right, this is Psalms 5:5. It says, "The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing." Those are lies. Yahweh will abhor a bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into the house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward the holy temple. Lead me, O Yahweh, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. Destroy thou them, O power. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For thou, Yahweh, will bless the righteous with favor. Wilt thou compass him as with a shield? Wilt thou compass him as with a shield? You see, so they talking about being clear in their communication. All right. The Lord says that they can't be clear in their communication. Okay. Their mouth, their throat is an open sepulcher, and they flatter with their tongue. And that sepulcher, or some say sepulcher, that's a casket. Okay. A casket. Okay. Um, let's see. And the last point. Where's that last point? The last point, be accountable. Okay. Now Esau can't be accountable. He's not gonna be accountable. Um, it's just like reparations. He ain't fist to pay reparations. That's number one. Um, and when you bring out prepare slaughter, Isaiah 14, that's the only accountable. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. Only blood can cleanse the land. All right. All right. So this is, in closing, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. All right. Because again, we're slaves in this man's kingdom. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, it says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. All right. It can't be accountable. This man make no account of his labors. He's still holding on to us in this kingdom. He won't let us go. All right. Verse 2, When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, This was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. You see, when those chariots come, all right, they're going to be troubled with terrible fear. Okay? It says, We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High? Because we told you we was the children of the Most High. You won't listen. And his lot is among the saints. We told you. You seen us on the street corners telling you that we was the real children of the Lord, and that Esau, Edom was lying. We told you. Therefore, have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us? We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts, where they lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. What have pride profited us? Or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us? All right. So Esau Edom ain't gonna be accountable. All right, he's not gonna be clear in his communication. All right, he can't possibly be transparent. Okay, because his wickedness is never wiped away. And guess what? He can't be kind. Okay, he's in a workshop learning to be kind. You can't be kind because you're evil to yourself. All right, so it's just been a just quick lesson I wanted to put together based off of, like I said, a workshop that I had to sit through, and just realizing that these policies and workshops and all that is just to teach Esau how to behave in the society where he's the manager. Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so brothers and sisters, under the sound of my voice, that's listening to this lesson. All right, this is just to encourage you, so you can have a perspective and know what you're dealing with in the workforce. Okay, all right. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until the next one, Shalom.